She is a digital marketing specialist who can spin the meanest website around.
And he's host of the TV show Buzz, which features nonprofit organizations receiving marketing makeovers.
Here on Buzz4Good, we talk all things nonprofit, the people they serve and the good they do.
And we talk to creative professionals and provide marketing tips and tools to help your nonprofit achieve more.
That's right.
Buzz!
All right, so, Giving Tuesday really kicking off that philanthropy season for so many nonprofits. And, for really, it's probably too late to do anything by print right now for Giving Tuesday. But for the rest of the year, there is still time. And to talk about that, I want to share with you an interview I had earlier this week with Bill Gilmer, president and owner of Wordsprint in Blacksburg, their print marketing firm, who has some really great ideas and strategies for how you as a nonprofit can still maximize the most of this year in giving through print marketing. All right, Bill Gilmer, owner and president of Wordsprint. How are you doing today?
Well, let's just say it is the busiest morning of the busiest day, of the busiest week, of the busiest month in Wordsprint's history.
Oh, my stars.
This is the week that we have just, so many clients trying to get those year-end appeals in the mail before Thanksgiving. There's just a lot of people try to get them in the mail, or 2 people by Thanksgiving.
Right.
Some of us come back and do it in December, where there's a little bit less competition in the mailbox. But it's definitely it's interesting to me that it's still a strong push to do appeal mailings by the end of the year, even though some of the tax laws have changed. It still seems to be, according to all the stats, the most philanthropic time of year around Thanksgiving.
Right.
It's because you're starting to feel festive, and you don't have the credit card bills from Christmas yet.
Right. Yeah. It's all designed for us to feel thankful and festive, not only for our family members, but also our community, and wanting to, be sources of good, for all around us. So introduce Wordsprint for those who may not know what your business is.
Wordsprint is essentially a marketing company. We manage direct campaigns for profit, but actually about 65% of our clients are nonprofit. We help folks manage their donor relations. And we do this through, messaging and branding. We do this through direct mail and email. We do this through a lot of targeted database acquisitions and database cleansing and that type of thing.
Right.
So mainly we help people with their donor relations is probably our sweet spot.
Excellent. And, print mailing obviously being a big piece of what you guys do. If a nonprofit is going to send out a printed piece over the course of a calendar year, now seems to be the time when it would do it. May not do anything.
That's when
for the rest of the year. And we'll have another conversation about perhaps the need for nonprofits to be a little more regular throughout the year. But now is the time, if a nonprofit hasn't started doing something yet for an end of year mailing, is it too late? And if not, what can they do still?
It's getting close to too late, but it's not too late yet. They would need to move quickly. At this point, it would probably not be possible to put something together that would mail before Thanksgiving. I mean, maybe, but you can certainly mail the first week or 2 of December and still have excellent results. We have some clients that actually wait until like December the 18th, 19th, 20th on purpose to be kind of that last little reminder before the end of the year.
Well, so for the nonprofit that's wanting to still try to do an end of year mailing, what are some of the key elements of a mailing that you find to be most successful?
Keep it simple.
Okay.
Our data shows that if you're going to ask for money, ask for money. There are other touches you make with your constituents where you let them know what you're doing, where you show them your impact, where you do all that. When you write a letter to Dr. Smith, you need to say, "Dear Dr. Smith, here's the great stuff we do. Please continue to support us." It needs to be pretty direct. Don't beat around the bush.
Right. I've seen some
We
that
believe,
would be like, hey, would you please consider making a gift at year end? It's
Right.
like, no. Just say, basically, please make a gift now.
Yeah, we need your help. Please make a gift. Keeping it simple is big. We always like to say that the success of donor relations is getting the right message to the right people with the right rhythm. So the message has to be clear and succinct. Getting it to the right people, it's a matter of having the right database, and making sure it's cleansed. We help folks with this. The addresses are updated. Do you really have all of your key supporters on there? And then the rhythm part, of course, is that when you make the commitment to do a campaign like this, stick with it over several years. You don't really start seeing the snowball effect of good donor support if you've never done it before until you hit about the third cycle. It just takes a while to build trust.
Yeah.
And when you do these rhythmic touches, it does build trust, but rhythm doesn't become rhythm until there've been 2 or 3 cycles at least.
You're saying a simple message, obviously a remittance card or envelope inside the mailing.
Yes.
Yes. What else?
Yes. And, a few other things. We keep records on this, and there are national organizations that do this too, that track statistics. Just some little tidbits. The more personal, the better. If the personalization is accurate, it's better to say "Dear Michael" than "Dear Supporter." If Michael is indeed your first name, you have to be accurate on the personalization. A slightly larger envelope gets a higher open rate than a number 10 envelope does.
Okay.
So it's like a 6x9 will, mail at the same rate, and it gets a higher open rate. Those are kind of just some of the tricks of the trade, but it comes down to the basics are the right message to the right people with an established rhythm. Don't use direct mail by itself. Just like don't use email by itself. Don't use social media by itself. You really need to have a coordinated messaging out there where there are email messages that have the same look, feel as a direct mail piece, as the social media post. Again, that consistency builds trust, and it makes it a lot easier for a donor to, give you money if they are seeing the same message on a few different platforms. Now, you don't have to go crazy on this. We're thinking 2 or 3, a direct mail piece, an email follow-up, and some social media. We call it multi-channel marketing, but it should be tightly coordinated. And this, talk about what works, that is what works the most, is the fact that it's multi-channel. We've done studies, in fact, there are national studies too that show this, that when you do mail followed by email and tightly automatically triggered to that mail, and the email follows and it says, "Hey, Michael, did you get our letter yesterday? The one about the great job we're doing, yada, yada. If you haven't seen it yet, or if you've thrown it away, you bum, don't worry, it's not too late. Just click here." That type of coordinated mail email has the best results.
Excellent. Well, Bill, I hope you survived the most difficult day of the most difficult week of the most difficult month, the most difficult year. Thanks for all the work and support that Wordsprint provides nonprofits in our region. And I wish you a happy holiday season.